Welcome to a new live broadcast. This time around we are going to be unboxing something very special from Google, and I'm just preparing the live broadcast now for you, so please do stay with us. We're going to do an unboxing of the Google Pixel 2 followed by a Q&A, and this is happening live on the YouTubes. So welcome everyone to the live broadcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Today we are going to be unboxing something very exciting. On my desk here I have got the new Google Pixel 2. Extremely excited to have this in the studio. I'm going to be doing an unboxing for you and a first impressions, and then also in the latter part of this video I'm going to be doing a live Q&A. So if you've got any questions about the Google Pixel 2 later on, or indeed any tech related questions, then now is the time to ask them. I really like doing these live unboxings and first impressions because it allows me to get your feedback at the same time. Now before I do the unboxing, I will just mention that we have got the live chat here today, so if you've got any questions at all, please do leave them in the chat. Also there is super chat, so if you want your question or comment highlighted, that's there for you as well. And also I'm going to put a link in the chat. This is purely optional. I am doing a fundraising campaign. If you want to support the next review device, which is either going to be a Galaxy Note 8 or an iPhone 10, then that is there as an optional way of you supporting the channel. A big thank you to everyone who's joined in to the live broadcast. Hello to Sumu, also to Life Size, and also to Sharpie76. Hello to you, Sharpie76. And to Andy C.D. Green, and also James Bryce and Adil. Thank you very much for tuning in live. Without further ado, I think I'm going to dive straight into it. This is the Google Pixel 2. If you've been watching my videos over the past few weeks, you'll know how frustrated I've become with iOS 11 on my iPhone 7 Plus, and also how frustrated I've become with iOS 11 on my iPad Pro, and also lots of alsos on the iPhone 8 Plus. I still wasn't overly impressed during my review period with that. Great device, great camera, software implementation, user experience, not fantastic. This, I'm hoping, or either this or the Pixel 2 XL will become my new daily driver. I'm going to switch across to Android for at least the next 3 to 6 months. I never say never. I may well go back to iOS if Apple refocus and get the software running optimally on the hardware, and if they get rid of all of the mess that they're trying to cram in to iOS. But anyway, this is not a bashing video on Apple. This is an unboxing of the Pixel 2. So let's get this underway. We've just got one little pull tab to open here, I think, and then we've got the lid coming off. Now before I show you the actual smartphone itself, I will just show you the packaging. This is what the lid looks like. Really nicely designed. It says Google Lens built in and Google Assistant built in. That's what it says on the side there. So let's pop that back there. This is what it's presented like. So we've got the phone front and center there. So let's just pull that out. It's got a nice feel to it, even though it's covered. A nice sort of weight and density to it. I can tell that straight away. A little bit of cardboard packaging. And then we've got something here. This is nice. It says, "Yay! Welcome to Team Pixel." So we've got a little bit of sort of packaging with "Welcome to Team Pixel." Let's just open this up, and inside here we have got the little SIM ejector tool, and then we've got some paperwork. Now if you saw my unboxing yesterday of the Google Home Mini, same colour paperwork. Let's get started, and this is giving you a guide around getting started with your smartphone and how to transfer all of the content, and also a be safe piece of paperwork as well. Then we've got the lower section of the box. We've got this little bit here, which is a full-size USB to USB-C dongle, and what you can do with this is you can actually connect this to another Android phone or indeed an iPhone with your own device cable and transfer all of your content across. And then we've got another little box here. Oh no, we've got another compartment under there as well. So in this compartment we have got another dongle. Yes, dongle life is official. We have got a 3.5mm to a USB-C connector for the headphones. There's no headphone jack on here. We've got another cable which is a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. Just pop that back in there for now. And then we've got a little box which is a little bit tricky to get out. That was stuck in. This is the USB brick. Comes out that way. There we go. So this is the UK charging brick or USB charger. So USB-C on this end. It does support fast charge. 3 pins on this end, and it's one of those sort of collapsible designs. So if you are traveling, you can compact that down to a slightly smaller size. So that's all of the accessories. We have also obviously got the Pixel 2 itself. So let's unwrap this. Now I went for the all black version. Could have got the white version. Could have got the blue version, which was, it looked different, but I'm going to put this in a case anyway. Actually, will that probably slide out? That will probably just slide out rather than me unpeeling it. Okay. This is a metal back, but it doesn't feel metal. It's got a really nice feel to it. Fingerprint sensor on the back here. Single camera. Even though it's got a single camera, we can still get that depth of focus, sort of the blurred backgrounds if we want to. Obviously the flash. This is a slightly different colour at the top here. This is either glass or plastic to allow for the antennas, etc. On the side we've got the volume rocker, power on off button, USB-C on the bottom there. The SIM tray on the side. This doesn't have an expandable memory. This is the 128GB version. And let's turn this on. So it is currently turning on. I'll just hold that there. Whilst this is turning on, let's have a look at the chat. So in the chat we have got some more hellos to James and also to Peter and to Audi. Hi to you all. Graham Swan asks, why not the XL? Well, the Pixel 2 XL is not yet officially available in the UK. I don't know if I missed the initial shipment, but as far as I know, the official date for it in the UK is the 15th of November. I might be wrong there, but I don't think I missed the initial ordering sequence for that first batch. So it's not the XL yet, but the XL is incoming into the studio. Hello to Yui and also to Tex Zig Manify. Roni says now definitely staying with the S8 Plus. And Sumu saying, will it be your daily driver? This is going to be my daily driver through until November the 15th. Then I'm going to switch over to the Pixel 2 XL, and then whichever one I like best will become my daily driver through until January or February of next year. Knight and Dave says Dave's live streams are the best. That is really kind of you. Thank you very, very much. And Darren Bird says, I've pre-ordered my XL. Very, very cool. I assume you mean the Pixel 2 XL. The Pixel XL, the original version, is currently on sale in the UK. You can pick it up for about £399. Still a great smartphone. Still a very good smartphone. So anyway, let's go back to the actual phone itself. We're on the main setup screen. So we're just going to go to United Kingdom, if it's on here. Okay. So we just go to English. Oh, and then it says United Kingdom. Vision settings. Magnification, font size, display size. We can change all of that later. So let's click Start. Saying to put a SIM card in. We're going to skip that for now. Searching for Wi-Fi. We're going to skip that for now as well. It's saying just a second. And then it's picking up on the time. So because we didn't connect to Wi-Fi, we'll do this manually very quickly. We are on the 19th of October. May as well have the correct date. And the current time is 2. Oh, something just went there. Oh well, we're going to have the wrong time purely because, oh no, here we go, we've got another chance of doing it. So we're going to go to 2 and then 37. And then next, we're going to skip putting a name in. We're going to skip doing, actually, can I go back? I can't go back. I was going to put the fingerprint sensor in. So let's just put a pin in. Oh no, actually let's skip that as well. We're not going to back up. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to agree. It's just going through this next setup screen. And we're in already. Admittedly, that was faster because I didn't put any account details in. But this is the main screen. That's what it looks like. Let's see how bright it goes. Wow, very bright. So that's at its brightest setting. And then let's just put this brightness down to a more manageable setting so that at least you can see this on your screens. Let's give you a close-up of that. So that's what the main home screen looks like. This is running Google Android version 8. Obviously with the search bar down the bottom here, we can sort of swipe up to go into the app tray, like so. And I'm going to go back into settings because I do want to, during this video, demonstrate the fingerprint sensor. So let's go back into security and pixel imprint, they've called it. Very cool. Pixel imprint and pin. So we're going to put a pin in. Next, confirm the pin. 7701. We're going to hide sensitive notification content. We're going to touch the sensor. So now it's going through the fingerprint setup. Fingerprint added. Done. So let's just see if this works. Very quick. So that's it locked, and then we're going to just tap and it's unlocked. We shall lock it again, and then just again to demonstrate, tap, unlock. So very, very fast from the time that I'm actually tapping it to the time that it's actually responding is very, very good. Wow. Let's just see what it's like swiping. Okay. It feels pretty responsive. I like the colours on the screen. Very, very nice. Now, a lot of people were sort of complaining that this had bezels top and bottom and small bezels on the side, so it's not a bezel-less design, which is what all the trend is nowadays. For me, it looks pretty good. The screen goes pretty much up to the edges here, and I don't mind having the bezels top and bottom. As I mentioned before, when you're watching a video back and you've got it like this, it's good to actually have something to hold on to. So I think that's absolutely fine. The screen looks really very, very nice. I do like it. Wow, brightness levels at 21% at the moment. Let's tell it not to keep turning the screen off. I think it's a nice looking screen. I have to just keep, because this is obviously a first impression, so I have to keep looking at it. Let's take a selfie. Let's do a selfie and see what that looks like. So this is a very quick selfie. And let's have a look at that, see what it looks like. That is pretty good. Okay. I don't think that's bad. That looks like a pretty good selfie to me. Very, very good indeed. I am impressed. There's plenty of detail there. That is really very, very good. Let's go back to the camera. And what options have we got here? I'm not going to look for too long, but we've got various options that we can change. Slow motion, photo, portrait. Let's try the portrait. We're going to click understood. We are going to... that's not what I wanted. Let's turn the camera around to me again. Let's go into settings and into portrait. Okay, I thought you could do portrait mode on the front facing camera, but I'm not seeing that at the moment. Maybe I'm just being a douche and not seeing it. Okay, that's a shame. I wanted to actually test that during this video. But anyway, let's try and do one just like this. So that was a really bad portrait, but it has actually done it. That's amazing. So it's done the portrait feature, which I thought was available on the front facing camera. Wow, that is very, very impressive. So if I show you this, I'm not sure it's going to pick up on camera very well, but you can see that the background is definitely blurred out, and it's done that with a single camera, and the edges still look nice and defined. I'm very, very impressed with that. Very, very cool. So anyway, let's take a look at any questions that have come in, and then I'll give you some of my sort of further impressions on the Pixel 2. Bojan asks, does it feel heavy? It feels like a regular sort of weight smartphone, but it's got a nice density to it, and because this is metal, it feels very, very well built. So it's a nice feel in the hand, not too big either. I didn't think I would like the regular size Pixel 2 as much as the XL. I haven't handled the XL yet. I thought that I would find this too small in comparison to my iPhone, but I must admit at the moment I don't. I do quite like how it feels in the hand. Dean Connolly says, how's things day finally getting to tune in live for a change? Hello to you, Dean. Thank you for tuning in. Scott, hi Dave. As you have replaced your daily driver from iOS, will you be changing your iPad? I have got the Pixelbook coming in as a potential swap for the iPad Pro, but I'm not necessarily going to change that. I use the iPad Pro for a lot of things, including live streaming. It depends how the Pixelbook works out. That's a potential switch, but definitely not decided on that front yet. Dean Connolly, what are your first impressions just on unboxing and holding the device as compared to unboxing an iPhone? Well, the unboxing experience was very pleasant. Everything's neatly presented. I like the fact that all of these are white, but I wish they would do that with some of the models of iPhone. We've got a black phone here, so really we should have black accessories with the white one. We should have white accessories for consistency. But I do like that everything's crisp and clean. I'm not sure why they did that mismatch though, but the overall unboxing experience is very good, and the fact it was wrapped nicely and packaged nicely and out of the box, it really does look like a very, very well made phone. I'm pleasantly surprised. A really nice unboxing experience. Joseph Amakan says the pin is 7701. Haha, of course it is. He also says, I don't understand why people don't like bezels anymore. Rather bizarre. I tend to agree. And Scott's asking the same question about changing the iPad, which I just answered. So let's have a further look into this. Let's have a look at a website. Accept and continue. We won't sign in. Let's just have a look at the Amazon website. I'm offline, of course. I didn't put my Wi-Fi in, so let's go to Wi-Fi. I want to just have a look, see what a website looks like. Network, Wi-Fi, let's just put my password in. Oh, mistake. Oh, mistake again. There we go. Connected. That was very quick. Now let's go in and have a look at Amazon. Loaded very quick. This is obviously optimized Amazon, optimized for mobile. Very, very cool. The white areas look nice and white. A little bit on the cool side. This is not a warm display. I've noticed the display is flickering a little bit, and I think that's probably my display settings. So let's have a look at display. I've got adaptive brightness switched on, so we'll turn that off, and we'll just adjust this down a little bit so that you can see it on your screens. That is a nice crisp white. I'm really surprised. That's so nice, and it's nice and smooth as well. Very cool. Let's have a listen to the speakers. We've got front-facing speakers on here. So let's just get the YouTube app running, and we will search for a copyright-friendly video from myself. And let's have a look at the video I did from yesterday. Okay, so we've got one of my videos going here. Screen looks really nice. This was the demonstration I wanted to give you. So if you're watching a video back on a bezel-less phone, you've got nothing to hold on to. But at least with this, I can rest my thumbs just here. They don't cover the speakers up. And the front-facing speakers. Sweet, to keep my voice. So just over on my desk here, I have got a fresh delivery of the Google Home Mini. Not one, but two, in two different colours. I've got the charcoal colour. I think this one's called... It goes plenty loud enough. Nice volume. Doesn't sound tinny or grating. I think that overall is a pretty nice experience. Initial impressions of the speakers are they're nice and clear. Love the fact that they're front-facing, forward-facing speakers. Really very nice. I like the design of the back as well, I must admit. Placement of the fingerprint sensor is really good. It feels like a really solid choice. And I'm liking the fact that when I look at whites on the screen, they are a bit on the cool side, but they look nice and crisp and nice and white and a nice uniform colour to them. Admittedly, I'm still undecided because I haven't seen the Pixel 2 XL as to whether I prefer that larger screen. I've been using an iPhone 7 Plus and I've got used to larger screen smartphones, but certainly the size of this screen, which is 5 inches, isn't too bad. It isn't too bad at all. I could certainly see myself getting used to it. And my worry with the XL is obviously the bezels are a lot thinner. Not as worried as if I was using something like an LG V30 or Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, for example, or one of the S7 Edges, which really had perhaps a little bit more of an issue with accidental input. But with this, at least when my fingers go around the side of the screen like that, they're not touching the touch area of the actual screen, like the interface between me and the actual device. Let's have a look at the dialer. Nice large dialer. We've obviously got the Google search down the bottom here. It's actually come up with, I haven't typed anything into this, but it's come up with Towie Bobby Norris, which is obviously trending on Google at the moment. So when I search that, it obviously comes up nice and quickly with the Google search. Scrolling is super smooth, super fast on the scrolling, no slowdown at all. So very, very impressed with the sort of the speed impression this gives. Very, very nice. Wow, love it. Let's pop back into the questions. Audi says, missed your other question, mate. Will you compare the camera with the iPhone? Yes, I will compare the camera with the iPhone because this is potentially going to replace my iPhone. I've got no doubt that it will equal it. I've seen camera tests on this already, and it's been very, very impressive with regard to both the HDR capture and also the dynamic range, with things like clouds not being blown out and all the highlights not being blown out. So, but I will do my own comparison and I'll report back to you about that during the full review. James Gamble says, oh, it's live. Thought I was watching a really odd intro there. That's very cool. Hello to Darren Gator as well. Nice for you to tune in. Dean Jonathan Neal says, that's very loud. I have the 6S Plus, and over the years I felt like my speakers are getting weaker compared to my friends' phones. Mine's quieter. Those speakers were genuinely very loud. Rudolph Stelps, what is your opinion on the lack of the 3.5mm jack? Do you miss it, or have you switched completely to Bluetooth audio? I haven't switched completely to Bluetooth audio. The reason I don't miss it, I haven't got a pair of headphones up here to demonstrate, but people say about the dongle, having to plug this in and you might potentially lose it. What I've done is I've bought like half a dozen dongles, and you just leave them attached to your headphones, and then all of your headphones, instead of being 3.5mm, are USB-C, and then you don't lose the dongle, and it becomes invisible because it's already attached to the cable. It's only when you transport this around from one pair of headphones to another, or when you carry it loose in your bag and potentially lose it, that something like a dongle, in my opinion, becomes a hassle. Because after all, if you think about a 3.5mm audio cable that's connected to your headphones, the plug is in fact a connector. This is just a different connector. So to move with the times, we have to adapt some things. We've had it with laptops for ages. When something became obsolete, we had to either adapt or buy a new cable. This is just changing the cable instead of having to change a complete device. So I don't see it being a problem. Bluetooth audio as well, just to touch on that, has come on leaps and bounds over the years. So again, Bluetooth audio quality is very, very good. There's very little in it between that and a wired connection. Darren says, sounds like there's a good amount of low end in the speakers. Yes, there certainly is. Jan Lowton says, all the flagship phones are speedy, which indeed they are. And this has got a really good turn of speed. It really is very, very fluid. I'm not seeing any frame drops at all during the animations. Very, very cool. Something I have noticed is very minimal software pre-installed from the get-go. So if I show you that, that is all that comes pre-installed. Not sure if you can see that or if it's too bright. I've got the screen brightness turned right down. Let me turn it down a little tiny bit more. So that is all of the pre-installed apps. So none of this sort of bloatware, duplicated function apps. Very, very good. Just the bare minimum installed. That's what I like to say. I really do like that. We've also got Joseph Amukun saying, just a heads up, I've heard people say how bad the audio is when recording video with the Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL. I wonder how that will turn out for you. I have seen some videos and it seems like it's very sort of high pitched, almost a little tinny noise. I think they'll address that in the software update if it is an issue. I'm hoping it won't be an issue because I do intend to record video with this as well. So let's just recap on my initial impressions. This is the Pixel 2. I'm still waiting for the Pixel 2 XL to come in. This is available in 64GB or 128GB, non-expandable storage on this. This particular one is 128. It's like a matte finish on the back, fingerprint sensor, rear facing camera with flash, front facing camera which we've tested as well. I've tested both cameras so far during this broadcast. Very, very impressed. Google Android version 8 out of the box. Very impressed with the turn of speed. Like the screen colours. Love. Oh, this is a live wallpaper as well, which I forgot to mention. That's really nice. Let me just give you one look at that live wallpaper. Just see if I can get that to focus in on there. Look at that. If you look very carefully, you can see that live wallpaper moving just where the waves are breaking on the beach. Very, very nicely done. Love the actual sort of quality of the screen. Looks really nice. Viewing angles. Yeah, they're really good. The colours shift a little bit when you go off axis on the screen. But overall, just a really nice device. And it feels solid. Such a nice build quality. James Gamble says, could you get a USB dongle to add an external mic? Yes, you could. What you would do is I use normally when I'm recording something like a Rode SmartLav Plus. You'd need one of their little SmartLav Pluses which is designed for smartphones, and then one of these dongles that comes supplied inside the box. Plug in via 3.5mm into the USB-C port and the Rode SmartLav Plus should work. I've used an adapter on my iPhone, a Lightning to 3.5mm adapter and the Rode SmartLav Plus, and it worked fine. I've got no reason to doubt that that wouldn't work as well. Darren Gator, how does the camera perform in low light? Let's do that little test now. I have got obviously studio lights on at the moment, but if I go into a dark area just in the corner here and it's asking to put the flash on, let's do something without flash off, and take a photo under there so it's nice and dark under the desk. Oh, you can see the dust. You can see the dust. Let's have a look in the corners. That's pretty good. Actually, it's kept the detail. Let me just show you that. So we have got obviously the detail in all of the dust still showing, and pretty much very minimal or well controlled noise. In this white area here, I can hardly see any noise. So not a very good low light test, because I've obviously got a studio light on over there, but certainly in this darker area under my desk here, or under the monitor, that's a really good performance. It's kept a lot of the detail. Very impressive. Thank you very much for asking me to do that. That is a really good performance. The camera looks very high quality from Audi 123000. Yes, I agree. Even first impressions on it are that this is very, very good. We've also got Elvin U saying looks really nice. I tend to agree. Overall, I'm really impressed. What I'm going to be doing over the next week or so is actually using this as my daily smartphone. So I'm going to put my SIM card in it, move over all my contacts. I'm going to be posting some photos to Twitter, and I'll come back to you all in about a week's time, something like that, and I'll give you my review. And it's going to be an interesting, definitely an interesting week or so. I'm really looking forward to it. Very impressed so far. I can't wait to actually get this going and take loads of photos. My primary use for my smartphone, apart from communications and social networking, is things like taking photos, Instagram, Twitter, and sort of some business communications. But the photography aspect of this is very, very important to me. I'll also probably do a video in the next few days just showing you how the camera performs. I did that with the Moto Z2 Play, and it proved very, very popular. So if you want to see that, drop me a comment or drop me a tweet, and I'll do that in a future video. But for now, this was my unboxing and first impressions of the Google Pixel 2. Well worth checking out. Super happy, and I'm super excited. Thank you to everyone for tuning into the live broadcast. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And yet again, I've been sucking a Ricola sweet, and my voice has stayed on point. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.